Hey, I'm Sandy Reese, Chief Encouragement Officer here at Get Fully Funded, where we help small and new nonprofits learn to raise the money they need to fund their operations. Today, I want to talk about numbers and number crunching. I know that fundraising can be hard when you consider yourself not a numbers person. Listen, I was there. My secret is 20 years ago, I was not a numbers person. I did not understand how to read the financial statements. I couldn't make heads or tails of any of the results from our fundraising efforts. And I had to learn. I had to spend some time with a calculator like this and learn to figure it out. I want to share a couple of things with you that I think will be helpful. Number one, there is no such thing as a numbers person. People understand numbers and are able to read financial statements to varying degrees. And maybe you're not as good at it as somebody else, but you can learn. It's a skill. It's just like anything else. You can learn to get better at it. So one of the things you can do is take a class. There's probably a local class, or maybe you can even find a mentor. Maybe you have a friend who's a CPA who can help you start to understand how to read those numbers, or even how to just crunch a few. Don't be afraid of that calculator. It's perfectly okay to try to calculate average gift size or response rate from your last appeal. So take a class, try to learn something somehow. As a matter of fact, one of the things that I used to do for myself is I made a commitment that I was going to try to learn one thing every chance I got. We had a great finance committee on our board, and I went to every meeting with the intention of learning one thing. And guess what happened? Over a year, I would learn 12 things. And over a couple of years, I learned quite a lot. I was very fortunate to have that opportunity. If you don't have a finance committee, see what you can learn from your board. See what you can learn from a volunteer. There's probably somebody in your sphere, there's somebody around you who can help you start to understand these things. So find a class, learn one thing every chance that you get, participate in the process. I have found that being part of creating the budget for the organization really helped me understand the numbers and where they came from. And you'll have that same experience. Now, if the budget is all on your shoulders, okay, you're going to know all of those numbers. So great, you have that part covered. But for those who don't necessarily get to participate in that, or maybe that's a little frightening, just take those first steps. Dip your toe in that pool. Try to understand where the numbers are coming from, and how you go from having a dream to figuring out what number to put on what line item. That'll really help you understand a lot as well. Embrace the importance of all these numbers. You can't manage if you're not measuring. That's really the bottom line. You need to be able to look at results from a fundraiser, whether it was an event or an appeal or a Giving Tuesday or whatever, and make a decision about if it was worth it. You need to be able to see the expenses and the revenue and decide, did you get enough return on your investment? There's some real simple calculations you can do to figure that out. And if you're not there yet, then make that your goal. You want to learn how to calculate ROI and how to understand it. It's a simple goal to make, and it can be super helpful for you. The more you understand, the more you're going to be able to look at your monthly and your year-to-date numbers and see what's coming. You're going to be able to tell that cash flow is good or cash flow is kind of scary right now. That if you don't understand your own numbers, you are limiting your ability to manage and grow your organization. The last thing I want to share with you is learn how to look at those kind of things, those trends, and translate it into something meaningful. So I was actually just doing this with a client today when they said that their year-end numbers were not quite where they wanted to be. So we started picking apart everything we did at year-end and then looked at the last couple of years for context. Because if we see that donations are kind of going down, they're doing this every year, then we can ask why. If we're not looking at the numbers, we have no idea that donations are going down, much less being able to dig into it to figure out what's going on and to try to fix it. That's the important thing here. If you're not paying attention to your numbers, you could wind up out of money in a really bad situation, and I don't want that for you. So it's okay if you're not a numbers person. Just decide that you're going to start learning. It's a skill like anything else. Learn one thing every chance you get. If you got questions, drop them in below the video. I'll be happy to answer those for you. You can do just like I did and learn it one piece at a time. You can get more tips on fundraising on our blog at getfullyfunded.com/blog or on our YouTube channel at getfullyfundedtv.com. See you next time.